What if I told you that out of every 100 people watching this video right now, only one of them is spiritually prepared for the biggest trial mankind will ever face? Not a war, not a disease, not poverty. A man. A liar. A test so powerful that every single prophet warned their people about him. And the terrifying part? Most people won't even realize they failed the test until it's too late. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and welcome back. Today we're talking about something the Prophet himself feared more than anything else for his ummah, the fitna, the trial of Dajjal. Now I know that name might sound familiar, you've probably heard it in a khutbah or scrolled past a video about him. But I promise you by the end of this video, you will understand something most Muslims never truly grasp. This isn't just a story about some man who will appear at the end of time. This is about you, right now, today, and whether your heart is being trained to recognize truth from falsehood. Stay with me till the end, because the third point in this video might completely change the way you see your daily life. Let's start with a hadith that should shake every one of us. The Prophet said, "There has never been, from the time Allah created the offspring of Adam, a trial greater than the trial of the Dajjal." Think about that for a second. Not the plagues, not the wars, not the famines. The single greatest test in human history, and it's still ahead of us. Why? Because Dajjal won't come with a sword. He'll come with comfort, with miracles that look real, with a paradise that's actually a fire, and a fire that's actually cool and safe. He will flip everything you think you understand about truth and lies. And here's the part most people miss: the Prophet didn't just warn us about a future event. He gave us a daily shield against it. He taught us to seek refuge in every single prayer, saying, when any one of you finishes the tashahhud, let him seek refuge in Allah from 4 things: the punishment of hell, the punishment of the grave, the trials of life and death, and the evil of the trial of al-Masih Dajjal. Ask yourself honestly, when you say that dua in your prayer, are you just moving your lips? Or does your heart actually feel the weight of what you're asking protection from? Now let's talk about numbers, because numbers make things real. There's a powerful hadith where Allah will say to Prophet Adam on the Day of Judgment to send forth the delegation of the fire. Adam will ask, "How many?" And Allah will reply, "From every 1,000, take out 999. The companions were horrified when they heard this. They asked, "Then who among us will be the one?" And the Prophet comforted them by saying that the Muslim Ummah, compared to the rest of mankind, is like a single white hair on a black bull. Now think about this in the context of Dajjal's fitna. If even in general terms, saved people are described as a small minority, how much smaller does that minority become during the single greatest trial ever created? A trial specifically designed to deceive even those who consider themselves strong in faith? This is not meant to scare you into hopelessness. It's meant to wake you up. Because the difference between the 1 and the 99 won't be luck. It will be preparation. It will be knowledge. It will be a heart that was trained day after day to love truth more than comfort. But wait, there's one more point that completely changed how I see this, and I think it will change how you see it too. Allah did not leave us defenseless. The Prophet said, whoever memorizes 10 ayahs from the beginning of Surah Al-Kahf will be protected from the Dajjal. Think about why Surah Al-Kahf specifically. It's a surah about a story of young men who fled a corrupt society to protect their faith. A story about a man who was tested with wealth and arrogance. A story about knowledge and humility. A story about a king with incredible power who used it with justice instead of tyranny. Every single story in that surah is a direct antidote to what Dajjal will bring: false religion, false wealth, false knowledge, and false power. If you've ever felt like you're too busy, too tired, or too distracted to build a real connection with the Quran, this next part is for you. Reading Surah Al-Kahf isn't just a Friday ritual to check off a list. It is literally described by the Prophet as spiritual armor. Are you wearing that armor, or is it sitting untouched in your house? Here's something most Islamic channels never talk about clearly enough. You don't need to wait for the physical Dajjal to appear to start training yourself. Every single day, you face miniature versions of the exact same test. Choosing comfort over truth, choosing what looks good over what is good, choosing the loud opinion over the quiet, humble truth. Allah says in the Quran, "And thus we have made for every prophet and enemy devils among mankind and jinn, inspiring one another with elaborate speech by way of deception. Deception has always existed. It didn't start with Dajjal, and honestly, it won't be unfamiliar to you if you've trained your heart. Every time you choose honesty over a convenient lie. Every time you choose modesty over the crowd's approval, every time you choose the masjid over a distraction, you're training the same muscle that will decide whether you're the 1 out of 100 or one of the 99. This is the part that gives me chills every time I think about it. The people who fall for Dajjal won't think they're falling for evil. They'll be convinced they're doing the right thing. That's how powerful deception becomes when the heart isn't trained. And that training starts today, not on the day Dajjal appears. I don't want to leave you in fear. I want to leave you in motivation. Being the one isn't about being a scholar. It's not about memorizing 1,000 hadiths. It's about small, consistent choices, praying on time, reading a little Quran daily, guarding your heart from arrogance, and asking Allah sincerely every single day to keep you firm. The Prophet himself used to say, "O turner of the hearts, keep my heart firm upon your religion." If the best of creation asked Allah for firmness, what does that tell you about how much you and I need to ask for it too? If this video moves something in your heart, please don't just scroll past it. Hit that like button. It genuinely helps this reminder reach more people who need to hear it. Subscribe if you want more content like this, grounded in authentic Quran and Sunnah, no exaggeration, no fear, mongering, just truth. And honestly, think of one person right now. A friend, a sibling, a parent, someone who needs this reminder just as much as you do. Share this with them. You never know, this could be the video that changes their heart forever. That's not a small thing. That's Sadaqah Jariyah. O Allah, we ask you to protect us from the fitna of the Dajjal in this life and until we meet you. O turner of the hearts, keep our hearts firm upon your Deen. Make us among the few who recognize truth even when it looks unfamiliar, and grant us the strength to choose you every single day in every small choice we make. Ameen. Jazakumullahu khairan for watching till the end. Until next time, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.